And tonight we're talking about the Olympics, and it's a fantastic opportunity. But I just want to share for another couple of minutes a few things that we can do ourselves and be passionate about living for Jesus. And I think it's important that we all run our race and not someone else's. Do you ever find that? You can look in the lane of the person next to you. I was watching that video, where they all start in their lanes. And I always used to like the outside lane because I thought, they're so far behind, they'll never catch me up. Until we got to the first corner. And then I thought, they're all catching up now. And then when we got to the next corner, I had so much further to go, and they were all coming round on the inside. And I used to think, I want to be in that lane, or that lane looks better, or they're doing much better in that lane. And I realised that actually the lane God had put me in my life to run my race was okay. And I might look at someone over here and think, wow, they're just steaming ahead there, or they're lagging behind. And I believe that we're to be cheerleaders for those around us, for those sitting next to us on our road tonight, for those around us in the church, is cheering each other on. And yesterday, I was at home, and I happened to put the TV on, and there was a race on, and I thought, I'll watch them. And do you know the people on there, they were running with such determination. I mean, they were dead serious. They were like, come on, we're going to do this. And I also realised that when they run, professional people, if I go out running, well, I don't, but if I did, I used to sometimes. I'd go out with my iPod and, a bottle of water, and I want to make sure if I was doing it, I'd enjoy it. But these serious people, they didn't have anything else with them because it was a weight that would have slowed them down. And they were dead set on getting to the finish line. And do you know the great thing is that we are all on the winning team because Jesus has won the victory? Isn't that great? We are all on the winning team because Jesus has already overcome. I said to James earlier, I said, wouldn't it be great saying we are the champions tonight? I don't know the rest of the song, but we are the champions because Jesus has overcome the power of the devil on the cross by dying for us. And I want us to be determined in our Christian life to live for him. And sometimes we can feel like we've got a spurt of energy. On that 100 metres, sometimes you'd be running along and then you'd see the end in sight. Have you ever felt that and think, okay, I've got a spurt now? And then you go through other times on a longer race where, actually it's quite hard going. I was like that when I walked in tonight. I had one boot on and one boot off. It was hard walking around because I had these on for 5 minutes and I'd already got a blister. But sometimes as we go through our race in life, it can be like, do you know what? It's just hard going this week, this month. I've had a really tough time. But you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to press in. Because there are other times when it is easier. And in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 to 3, it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. And we do this how? We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because without Jesus, we can't do it. Well, we can do it in our own strength for so long, but with him, he is with us and he's cheering us on all the way. Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. And it goes on to say, because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame, and now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. Think of all the hostility he endured from sinful people. Then you won't become weary and give up. And I don't know tonight, there might be people thinking, well, I'm just at the verge of giving up, or actually, I gave up a couple of months ago and I'm just coming to church and I'm doing my thing. Well, I want to say tonight that Jesus is with you in your race. And I'd encourage you to do everything you can to say, do you know what? I'm going to live for you 100% and I'm going to go in my race. Even if it's a hard going one at the minute, it will get easier because you go through seasons. And if you watch People who do long distance running, you know, sometimes it's hard, and then they get a spurt on, and particularly when the finish line is in distance, in view.